everybody. That is right. This music, Schmitty,
Gets me pumped up.
gets me jacked up about our special guest, Big Fish Hunter.
Yes.
Going to be joining us, Schmitty.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk to him. We're going to pick his brain and see what he all has to offer us.
We are. It's going to be great because if any of you follow this individual on social media, you've seen some of his videos of when he's out by himself. He shoots one of these large fish, and he's walking down the bank. He's slipping and sliding in the mud. He falls down.
Whatever it takes.
He's carrying his cell phone, trying to record with his cell phone. He's trying to pull this giant fish in on the bank there. And, folks, we're going to be giving Randy Conover.
You teased it yesterday.
I teased it a little bit, and there was some everybody.
Oh, was there a couple guesses?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
They
okay.
guessed it, yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
I think it was the hat.
Oh, really?
I gave it away a little bit there.
Oh.
Yeah, because people that have been following him to see him, he both was out of one of those little
okay, gotcha.
hats, that has the rims all around.
That's what gave him away. The old sun hat.
The old sun hat. Yep. But Randy will be joining us.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to hearing about some of his tactics on some of these fish and where he's actually shooting some of these fish there. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. He does some
pretty interesting.
Some just from what you've told me a little bit, you know him better than I do, but he does some off the wall stuff that some outside the box thinking, if you will, to be able to get at some of these fish.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So looking forward to having Randy talk with us. We're also going to be doing a little bit of a fact or
fiction.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We've got a couple questions written up.
We do.
That we're going to ask each other. Some bowfishing questions that we will be presenting with. I'm hoping you've got multiple choice for me this time.
No multiple choice.
Well, all of yours are multiple choice, so this is already not fair.
When I did this, I didn't know if I could put multiple choice in a fact or fiction thing.
You never know. It's fact or fiction, baby.
Okay.
It's a wild, wild west.
All right,
There's no rules here.
So
there are no rules here.
We hope you all had a great 4th of July here this past weekend, Schmitty.
Yep.
And thank you once again for joining us here on the Bowfishing Buzz episode 105, Schmitty.
105. Crazy. They just keep racking up.
Yes, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Megamouth Bowfishing as well.
Yes.
Bowfishing Buzz also brought to you by our fantastic sponsors, End Designs, Leatherwork and Embroidery, Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA.
Wonderful.
Always a huge thank you to them. And I will say this, Matt, we only have sponsors on the show that we use and we trust the product. We're not just out there. You hear a lot of shows where you hear an ad break for something and you think to yourself, well, what in the world? This is sports talk radio. They're not using this or that or this. But we love the bowfishing community, and it's really cool that we have some sponsors on board with us for sure.
Yep, absolutely. So like I said, fact or fiction, Randy Conover joining us.
Yeah.
Schmitty.
Yeah.
In a little over 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Something very big happening. Yes.
The BAA Worlds.
Yep.
Down in Decatur, Alabama.
Yep. And just a little side note, I think there is a Decatur in every state in the United States.
I think you're right.
It's ridiculous.
I think
People
you're
will say,
right.
down in Decatur. Which one? Illinois, Alabama? They're all over the place. But yeah, very, very big thing going on there. How many teams are signed up so far, Matt?
As of yesterday, there were 34 teams.
34. Gotcha.
Now, with that being said, Schmitty, I'm seeing people kind of wondering why so few teams for the Worlds.
That is lower than, 2 weeks out, we're pretty darn close. That is lower than I would have guessed with all the hype that was built up around Worlds for this year.
And moving forward, we got a couple more weeks, so we're not saying that number could jump up into the 60s, up into the 70s.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
But a lot of people wondering why the low numbers. I'm seeing everything from the format to bigheads. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to compete against bigheads. To a bunch of other things, travel time and stuff like that. There, I think one of the reasons being is because it's one of the. There's been a lot of big tournaments already.
Yep.
You had the AMS Big 20, you had the Muzzy Classic, you had the Bass Pro US Open already.
Yep.
That dug into a lot of those teams' funds already.
Oh, absolutely. Funds, vacation time,
yes.
time away from family,
exactly.
Wear and tear on equipment.
Gas money, hotel money, food money.
Yep.
All that stuff plays into that.
Right.
So I don't know if it's so much, the people are worried about the big heads and stuff, because if you look at the last couple of tournaments, Derrick, grass carp
Yeah, right.
won the U.S. Open this year.
Yep.
At the Muzzy Classic here a couple weeks ago down in the same general area.
Right.
Down in Alabama.
Yep.
Buffs.
Yep.
Smallmouth buffs won that.
First and second place teams.
Yes.
That was all buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a format that a lot of people kind of wanted. That's why I'm really curious of why the lack of teams so far, because a lot of people were wanting longer hours.
Yeah.
Another big thing that people wanted was to have a Friday night tournament.
Yes, I was just going to bring that up. To remember that this is a little bit of a different layout now. It's going to be a Friday night weigh-in Saturday morning type of situation.
Yep. To give teams some time to get some rest before they have to travel back home.
Yeah, especially with the miles and the distance that some teams might be traveling for this. That would be extra nice to have maybe a recoup day where you sleep in a hotel till noon the next day or whatever it might be. More time to drive back home type of deal.
Yes, yep. So I think a lot of things, especially that it's later on that the teams have spent a lot of money going to tournaments.
Yeah. Right.
So I think that's one of the reasons for the lack. But like I said, we still got 2 weeks. You know what happens to our tournament.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
We were sitting at, I don't remember what we were, something in the 50s maybe?
Yeah.
A day or two before the Big 20, and we ended up having 70-something, mid-70s. Mm-hmm. So that day of even can be a lot of registration that comes in. Guys find fish 2 or 3 days before. Okay, you know what? We're going to shoot the tournament. Mm-hmm. That type of deal. So that number could completely rise. But I will say that does seem a little low for 2 weeks before the tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a nice format for teams that are able to travel a little bit further to go and shoot some of their honey holes.
Yeah, their home waters.
Some of their home waters.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I was shooting in the U.S. Open, and a couple of teams have found some waters that were holding some absolute giant grass carp.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I remember we actually drove 4.5 hours to shoot bigheads.
Oh, was that the one that you were telling me about when we were in Kentucky? That travel that you guys made?
Probably, yeah.
Was it in Nashville? Is this the tournament that you're referencing? And you guys drove? That's the miles that you guys put on. That's wild. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
we never saw a darn bighead that whole night. Yeah. And then these guys, Tommy Wisdom guys, coming with 1,000 pounds of grassies.
Yeah. Right.
And there was another team right tight on their heels that only weighed in, I think, 18 grassies, and they were right on their heels too.
Right. Yeah.
So you got some of these teams that can find some of these waters that are hidden little gems.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Boom.
Yep.
Yep. Boom. That's great for those guys.
Absolutely, and it helps the tournament to get a wide variety of different species. Like you said before, we've got different species of fish winning these tournaments: grassies, buffs, bigheads.
Yes.
And down there the variety will be ridiculous of what guys can go and target. So that's kind of a cool aspect of, and I think why it was so popular when it was voted on is that, oh my gosh, this is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But make sure to go to the BAA World's Facebook page. They keep updating it with some. I see they had an update on some of the rules and stuff like that. As far as shooting fish in a different state and then coming back into the state of Alabama.
Oh, okay.
With those fish.
Yep.
To make sure that you have that state's fishing license with you when you come back to Alabama.
Very interesting. Okay,
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And proof that you shot those fish either by video or phone pictures or something, because there's a gator guard limit and stuff.
Yep.
So if you're somewhere in a different state and you come back to Alabama, make sure that you have proof of where you shot those fish, your license from that state, and video proof of where you shot those fish.
Very good. Always know your regulations. We learned that. We talked about it in the last podcast. Always got to know your regulations no matter what state you're shooting in. It's might not be the same as the state that you're used to.
Right.
You always got to look that stuff up and be up to date with that as well.
Mm-hmm. So, and Michael's doing a great job of getting that information out there ahead of time for everybody. So you got time to look that over and say, okay, this is what I need to do and stuff like that, and be aware of that type of stuff.
Yep. One thing I'd like to show off to everybody, Matt, our listeners that are just listening to us won't be able to see it, but I'm rocking a brand new T-shirt right now.
You are?
Okay. Don't pick on me. I know. It happened a half hour into the day.
You got a brand new shirt.
I've got a beautiful white T-shirt from Clayton Meyer, the Obsession Outdoors.
Yes.
He sent us each a shirt. They're fantastic shirts. They fit fantastic. I think he's got them for sale on his website. The only problem is I got Megamouth grease on it.
You got grease on it
Half
already.
hour into the day.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the only white T-shirt I own, and I remember why I don't wear white T-shirts.
Now, if that was bloodstains, I'd be cheering for you.
That would be cool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be much cooler.
If that was carp bloodstains, I'd be giving you a big old clap.
Well, you give me a couple more hours here working on the machines in the shop, and there might be bloodstains on it, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. But fantastic shirt.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Clayton. That's
very
fantastic.
Nice, yes. I sent him a message last night thanking him for the T-shirts and stuff. And,
cool.
He got back to me and says, absolutely, you bet, no problem. And I says, can't wait to try to get back out there next year and get one of them big paddle fish. He goes, absolutely. So
we'll go down there a little bit more favorable time of the year.
Yes.
Go back out there on that barge of a boat that he has, that beautiful big giant. So, looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
This weekend also, Matt, is the 9th annual Wyoming State Bowfishing Tournament in Flaming Gorge.
Ooh, that sounds
That's
cool.
so cool. I was thinking the same thing. That's so awesome. Flaming Gorge.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a daytime shoot.
Yes, very
which is
nice.
kind of neat. That's kind of cool. That takes away the aspect of the dreadful wear and tear of a night of shooting fish and driving back. Teams launch at 7 a.m.
Yes.
And weigh back in at 4 p.m.
Very cool.
So that's kind of neat.
You know, I think daytime tournaments are really great and stuff, but, man, you need the conditions to all come together.
Oh, sure. Right.
Versus shooting at nighttime. I'm talking about the sun shining, a clear sky, sunny waters and stuff like that. Where at nighttime, you don't care if it's cloudy or what the clouds are like or anything like that because you have your own lights.
We noticed, too, on the last 2 trips we've been on, South Dakota and Kentucky, boy, we were getting on some daytime fish on certain bodies of water, and they were so spooky. Oh, my gosh, they were spooky. And at night, they were laying there like they had not a care in the world.
Right.
So that's another aspect that you've got to kind of battle as well.
Also this weekend, Schmitty.
Wow, busy weekend.
Is the Wisconsin Bowfishing Association's Mississippi River Tournament pools 8 through 11.
Cool.
At Cabela's in Prairie du Chien. You got the hobby division, you got your big 20 division, and your numbers division. 8 p.m. takeoff, weigh-ins at 6 a.m.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice.
I'm heading down.
I was just going to say, you're shooting that tournament, aren't you? Very cool. Well, best of luck to you, Mathew.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yep.
You guys doing any scouting for this tournament?
I'm leaving after work today.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to go down by my buddy Jody.
Nice.
And going to be shooting with Jody and Eric Coggin.
Okay.
And I've gotten out of tournaments for the last several years. I haven't shot in a lot of tournaments. I'm looking forward to going out and doing a little scouting again.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
And getting back into that.
Scratch that itch a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And trying to find some fish. I know we've shot the river several times and a lot of tournaments on the river, and we have our spots. But I was down by Jody a couple weeks ago, went down and visited him, and I think we're going to really change our game plan here.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Are you willing to discuss the change in game plan, or will we have to wait to see the results?
No, we're going to go not where we normally go.
Oh,
we're going to give that up.
Okay, gotcha.
We're going to give that up.
Has your traditional stomping grounds not been as kind to you the last couple times you've been there, or just looking for a change of scenery?
We're just going to try to come in with some bigger fish.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is it a quality over quantity type of spot that you're looking for? Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
A boom or bust.
Exactly.
Per se. Okay.
So we might not even come back to weigh-ins. We have no idea. But we're going to try to do something different and try to see how it pans out.
Yeah.
And I will discuss all that on our next podcast.
All right. Well, that's very cool. Hats off to you for going scouting, because I'll be honest with you right now, I am undercaffeinated and overwhelmed, as I always tend to find myself. But, Matt, this is... You know this. I don't know how many times I've done this for you over the years. I mean, it's dozens of times.
Oh, boy.
But if you are out scouting, or if you're shooting on tournament night and you're just not finding fish, okay, just give me a call. I'll send you a pin, and you guys will be ready to rock and roll. Just similarly as what I did for your buff spawn this year as well. I'm just saying, I'm a giving guy. I'd be willing to do that for you. No problem at all.
How many spots have you actually bowfished on Pool 10?
Pool 10?
Yeah.
Down in Pool 10. Let me count here. I'd have to pull the list up on my phone.
Or how about, I'll make it even easier. How about Pool 9?
Oh, Pool 9. Okay, let's see here.
9?
3 spots really jump out to me.
Boy.
Okay, 3 spots really do jump out. The Whistling Point There's a little restaurant by the boat landing there. Whistling Point was very good. I'm trying to think what the name of that other one. Solomon's Eddy back there. That was a good one as well.
Solomon's Eddy.
Yep. The old guy used to live there by the name of Solomon. I actually knew him. He's a good guy.
I thought it was Eddie.
No, an eddy because of the current down there. Stick with me, please.
Okay, sorry.
And then the third spot, they call it the Deep Hollow.
Oh.
Yeah, deeper water, but it's big fish. So, and if I know you don't know those spots because, they're kind of secret spots, but by all means, I can show you where they are.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. If we run into problems, I'll give you a little text.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yep. Also for everybody, if you're in the Kentucky area, they also have the first annual 24-hour Kentucky Ironman tournament at the Barkley Dam Pavilion. $200 entry fee, open trailer, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. Wow, that is an endurance tournament right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool. Ironman, appropriately named, the 24-hour. That's cool.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure they'll have a pile of Asian fish during that tournament right there.
Absolutely.
Just thinking back the last time that I was scouting for a tournament on the Mississippi River, that's when I shot the state record silver.
Oh, yeah. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Oh, 2 years ago.
Okay.
I didn't shoot last year at all.
Okay, gotcha. Because I remember we did the video with the Klaus scale.
And how to use it to weigh in for a BAA record.
Yep. Yep. Does that, forgive me, I could be way off on this, but does that record still stand?
It does.
Okay, gotcha.
But
you've been threatened. People have told you. I know you've told me that multiple people are like, hey, just so you know, we're breaking that soon.
And one of the guys that is telling me that is one of our teammates.
Oh, well, perfect. It would work in your benefit if it happens this weekend.
Yeah.
Cool. And 27 pounds? Was that the
26 something?
26 change? Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yep. So that might be something that we might be doing for the tournament.
Oh, look at what we got. We're mining information out of Mathew before the tournament here. Very interesting. Okay. That would be very different than what you guys typically do.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
Cool.
Yep. I hope my foot can hang up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm building mega mounts this morning, hence the stain on my shirt.
Yep. I'm over there lining retrievers.
Matt's building retrievers. All of a sudden he comes over and he sits down in the chair next to me. He goes, yeah. And this is such a wild thing for someone to just nonchalantly come up to you and say. He goes, yeah, I hope my foot's not broke. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You hope your foot's not broke. You should know this. He proceeds to take off his shoe, take off his sock, and I see a swollen watermelon with toes coming out of it. Your foot is huge. Something's wrong down there.
With it. I know. It's all like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's weird. And you don't remember crushing it or hitting it against something.
I did cut up 3 trees that tipped over here this whole week here, but nothing. I don't remember nothing falling on my foot.
Huh. That is
right
strange.
where my toes come down to like the base of your foot, like the knuckles of your toes.
Yep.
Man, that sucker is sensitive and it's all puffed up and swollen. Red and hot. Crazy. I don't know if I got an infection in there or what.
It looked like someone shoved an air hose in it and
pumped her up.
Yeah. It looks crazy.
Like club foot.
Yeah. It's wild.
So we'll see. Hopefully that holds up this week.
Yeah.
All right, Schmitty. It's time to play fact
or fiction. Let's do it. All right, let me I'll ask your question first.
Okay. Yep.
I have these specially prepared, and they are tailored so for you. So you're just so lucky that I'm the one that's giving you these. Bowfishing fact or fiction question number 1.
Give it to me.
For you, Mr. Schillinger.
Yeah.
Shilly Dilly, as I've been calling him lately. Roughly, how many pounds of silver carp are estimated to be in U.S. waterways?
How many pounds?
How many pounds? Let me give you your multiple choice, because I'm a fair player. Okay? In all U.S. waterways. Okay? A, 100 million pounds. B, 500 million pounds. C, 750 million pounds. Or D, 1 billion pounds.
I used to remember what the biomass was on the Illinois River. The biomass was like 95% silvers.
That is insane.
On the Illinois River.
Just for everyone, can you explain biomass, just in case there's people who don't quite understand what
That's
that
the
means?
amount of fish versus other species of fish that are swimming in the Illinois River
Of the 100% of fish in the Illinois River, 95% of them are Asian carp, which is so crazy.
Right. I believe that number has come down throughout the years, which is a good thing.
Yep.
But at one time, it was
insane.
In the 90% biomass
crazy.
of all the other fish.
Crazy.
90% of them were silver carp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm going to go
bad.
C, Schmitty.
You're going to go
C.
C?
750
million pounds.
It's probably D, but I'm going to go with C.
The correct answer is D. 1 billion pounds estimated to be in U.S. waterways.
That's incredible.
That is insane. Now, something that I have noticed in myself over the last couple of years, I hear people talk about it. I hear it especially with like athletes' contracts. Okay, people be like, "Oh, LeBron James, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. Oh, Michael Jordan with his shoes, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He probably is with his shoe sales." Yep. But you hear these guys sign in $100 million deals, and after a while, they're like, "Oh, they're a billionaire, millionaire, billionaire." People kind of they bring those two together. Okay, I have a question for you, Matthew. How many days, if you had to guess, how many days is 1 million seconds?
It's a year.
Just take a wild guess. You're going to say 365 days is 1 million seconds?
It's probably not that many, but I have no idea.
Okay, so you're going to go with 365.
Sure.
Okay. 1 million seconds. Let me check my data here. 1 million seconds is 11 days.
Okay.
Okay?
That was really close.
You were very close.
I was close.
You were just 354 days off. So 1 million seconds is 11 days. How many days do you think 1 billion seconds is?
You just told me how many seconds? A million?
1 million seconds is 11 days.
Oh, I bet you it goes way up.
How many days is 1 billion seconds?
45.
45 days? 1 billion seconds is 32 years.
32 years. See,
32
that's what
years. When I heard that, I'm like, oh my, there's such a difference in this. So like when I read that question and I'm going 100 million, 500 million, 750 million, or 1 billion. People are like, oh, whatever. Those are all huge, crazy, can't even put them into context numbers. There is a huge difference.
Huge difference.
And 1 billion pounds of silver carp are in U.S. waterways, estimation as of right now.
Wow.
So yeah, I just thought that was kind of an interesting little stat.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Schmitty.
Yep.
Bigheads have a true stomach. Yes or no?
You fooled me on something like this before, but it was on silver carp. I believe.
Bigheads have a true stomach.
Bigheads have a true stomach, and it's just a true or false question.
Yep.
Well, the one that we did last time, silver carp Asians did not have a stomach. So I'm going to say that bigheads do not have a true stomach.
Correct.
Boom, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Bigheads lack a true stomach, and that allows them to eat continuously.
That's insane. So I would just be curious, like, how do they obtain the nutrients? Just by feeding, going through their system, and then they just...
I'll give you a perfect example here, Schmitty. A bighead's eating on the surface, mouth open, just
filtering everything out of the water.
And everything.
Yep.
Goes into the stomach. Pretty soon he gets a little bubble gut. And he just keeps right on eating. It's just a continuous flow.
Oh,
all day,
I see. So there's never food that sits in a stomach to make him feel full.
No, I think no, right. I think a bighead and Asian carp have bubble gut 24/7.
Oh, that's terrible. Wow. No wonder the river stinks down there.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. No true stomach for bigheads.
I'm sure you've seen them when they jump in and stuff like that there. It's just, and they flop around the boat. It
gets everywhere.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like, or if you shoot one through the stomachs and stuff and you pull it apart, it's just muck everywhere, crap everywhere, and it's just nasty.
Do I remember we were shooting once? We did that once in the AMS boat, the jumping silvers. It was a disaster. The boat is an absolute mess. And do I remember us finding a silver carp buried somewhere in the back of the boat after a week later?
Yeah.
The garage stunk.
Yes.
We're like, what's going on? We cleaned the boat. And there was a half-decayed little silver
down
back
inside there that got through a little crack back, a little crevice back in there, and ended up down by the bilge pump area, and there he was sitting.
Yep, stinky devil, stanky. Okay, are you ready for your next question?
Okay, shoot away.
How old is the oldest registered common carp ever found in North America? A, 32 years. B, 41 years, C, 64 years, or D, 69 years?
64 years.
Correct. Well done. Did you read an article on that or something?
Nope. I was just, as you were saying that, I was trying to think of the fish I was trying to think of remembering the buff that I shot, and it was aged.
Okay, and that was
23 to 25 years old.
Okay, gotcha.
And it weighed 70 pounds, that buff did. So I was kind of putting this together, and I was thinking, well, there's got to be older fish than the first two that you read. And that's why I ended up going with the 64.
Gotcha. Well, let me give you a little bit of information on this fish, okay? The oldest confirmed case of a common carp, also known as Cyprinus carpio. Remember we did a species identification on that. In the wild is around 64 years old, based on the reliable earstone aging method.
Yep.
According to A2ZAnimals.com. The oldest common carp, the 64-year-old, was discovered in North America, specifically within a Midwestern lake system. In a study involving boat electrofishing, the record-age carp was part of a population sampled from lakes Coleman, Gervis, and Keller on the Phelan chain of lakes. Would you care to take a guess
I wonder how much that fish weighed.
I could not find that information. I tried to find it, but I didn't have that. Where do you think that fish was found? What state? In the Midwest. It was part of a Midwestern sample on lakes Coleman, Gervis, and Keller in the Phelan chain of lakes.
Schmitty, I'm going to say Minnesota.
How the heck are you getting all these? Those are lakes located in the Twin Cities area of Minnesota. That blew my mind. I'm like, Minnesota? What the heck? In the Twin Cities lake? That's crazy to me.
Huh.
However, there are much older claims that come from domesticated koi, which are ornamental variants of the common carp. The most famous example is Hanako, a koi that reportedly lived to 226 years, dying in 1997.
Oh, my gosh.
Her age was determined by counting rings on her scales, according to koikeeper.uk.
That's how they aged my buff.
Okay, gotcha.
They took the scales.
Yep. Yep.
Just like a tree.
Sure. Right. That is crazy. That's wild. Now, that's captivity. That fish is perfectly taken care of.
Yep.
But still, 64 years in the wild in Minnesota, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That fish is old. That fish is only like a year or two older than you. Wild.
Did my gray hair give it away?
No.
All right, Schmitty. Do carp have a bad memory?
Okay. Do carp have a bad memory? Based off of how, in my opinion, these fish have gotten smarter over the last decade, I am going to say that they have a good memory.
Exactly. Carp have a very good memory.
Wow.
Now.
Yes, okay. Please indulge on this.
The only reason that I put this in there is because you always hear people say, when you're going along and trying to shoot fish and carp at nighttime, they're taking off way in front of you. They're busting out in front of you. They're taking off. Well, yeah, they've been chased and shot at and hounded for several months.
Night after week after week after month. Yes.
That year that we were scouting for the Worlds in South Dakota, you saw the video of all the carp on our first night of scouting.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
We left that spot. We went back 3 days later to check it on the night before the tournament. There was nothing there.
Zippo. Gone out.
Those carp were like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
We're getting hounded night after night after night after night.
Right. Yep.
They have a memory. It actually said that a goldfish can recognize a face.
What? Really?
A pet goldfish.
Sure. Someone who comes to feed it every day or changes its water. A face that they see every day.
In your house. They can recognize the face of that person.
Huh. That's crazy. I think that sometimes people who maybe aren't into the bowfishing world, maybe some bowfishers as well, they might view carp as kind of the general is like, oh, they're like big,
they think they're dumb.
Big dumb fish that you can shoot with a bow and arrow, and whatever. But that is not the case.
Right.
They're very smart. In that same breath, Matt, when we're out bowfishing, how many times do we go right over top a 50-inch muskie? Or we see, oh, there's 6 walleyes right there.
Yep.
And they're way less spooky than what a carp is.
Right.
So you could have an argument made there.
All the time. Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Now, granted, carp are dumb during a certain time of the year when they're spawning, just like a
6-year-old buck.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So and then one thing that always got me is these people that are always on the pontoon here on the big old plain flowage. Oh, man, you got to get under. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're on the surface. I says, try to get close to them and shoot them.
Exactly. Yep. How many times do we hear that from recreational boaters when we're traveling even? Oh, go back in that bay. You'll fill the boat up. There's thousands. We go back in there and yeah, we see one here and there, but it's totally a different ballgame.
Have you ever seen a surface feeding carp or silver or something like that there, and a shadow of a bird flies over?
Yes.
What happens?
Whoosh.
Yes.
Gone. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even our shadows.
Yes.
Our shadows, that plays a huge, we're constantly playing that shadow game when we're out shooting daytime fish.
If your shadow hits a fish that's on the surface or just below it, he sees that and he's scared.
Yep.
Away he goes.
Yep. You've even made the statement of, I'm wearing too brightly colored of a shirt.
Yes.
I've heard you say that as well, too, which is crazy to think
during the daytime, you got an orange shirt on or something like that there?
Yep. Or if I'm up there shirtless and I'm freaking Casper White, they'll freaking see that. They'll be thinking there's two suns up in the sky. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. My last one for you, Matthew.
Okay.
My personal favorite of all my questions.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
This will be a good one.
Chattanooga Bakery. The creator, the original designer, the producer of the ever-so-popular moon pies.
Oh!
Produces roughly how many moon pies per day? And this is according to moonpie.com.
Gotcha.
So it's straight from the source.
Gotcha.
Is it A, 5,000 moon pies per day? B, first off, wild that's the first one, because that's a lot.
That's a lot.
A, 5,000 moon pies per day. B,
people love the moon pies.
50,000 moon pies per day. C, 500,000 moon pies per day. Or D, 1 million moon pies per day.
D.
Correct.
Oh!
1 million
People
moon
love
pies.
their moon pies. It must be from them videos.
It must be. They were 10 years ago. They were making 12 a day.
Right.
We started eating them. 1 million.
Yes.
It's
we started doing the moon pie videos with the fish.
They produce roughly 365 million moon pies in 1 year.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Bonus question. What is their most popular flavor?
Banana.
Wrong.
Oh.
Their most popular flavor by far is chocolate.
I was going to say,
Chocolate.
I figured chocolate would, but banana or chocolate's the most favorite.
Oh, Chattanooga Bakery.
That's a lot of
pumping out a million moon pies.
Pecking moon pies.
That's a lot of moon pies. We had to go a lot of road trips to be able to put a dent in that.
Wow. All right, Schmitty. The first import of 345 carp from Europe occurred in 1877 in the United States. True or false?
The first import of 345 carp
came from Europe
in 1877.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, Matt, I did a little bowfishing video here a year or two ago. I came up here and did that. And I believe my studies found that all of the carp that have originated in the United States all came from those 345 imported carp. And I'm going to say that 1877, that's the only thing that's holding me up. I believe all the other stats are true, the Europe stat, the 345 stat. So the only thing that I'm held up on is the 1877, but I'm going to say that was true.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true, yes.
Yep.
And they were placed in ponds in Baltimore.
Oh, really? In Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Yep, over there on the coast, somewhat close.
Right.
Huh, interesting.
1877.
1877, and only 345 fish.
345.
Now there's a billion pounds of silver carp in U.S. waterways.
Yes.
They started goodness.
Once they were there, they started getting spread to like Washington and ponds and stuff over there and stuff, and then you just...
They took off from there. Ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm not done.
Oh, all right. Let's keep
I'm not done. I have one more for you, Derrick.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hear it.
one more for you, Derrick. Derrick Schmidt, a.k.a. D. Schmitty, sitting right over yonder, will be wearing a dress on the next podcast. True or false?
That is true, baby.
That is true.
That is unfortunately true. That is true.
Yes.
You need to pick one out. Please
do.
make it modest. I don't want to be showing cleavage or high. I don't want a skirt dress. Make it somewhat. I will take my loss. I'm a good sport. But let's make it acceptable for viewing purposes.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Schmitty will be wearing his dress on the next podcast because I totally just whooped his butt. It wasn't even close. Oh, my gosh. Wasn't even close on the buff bet.
So 2 weeks from now, I will be not in a T-shirt and shorts.
No,
is what you're saying.
You're going to be wearing you won't even have a hat on.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Why, is there going to be a wig with this dress?
Maybe.
Oh, God.
Maybe.
Give me some voluptuous red hair. Give me something crazy. Give me something wild.
I'll do that. All right, Schmitty, I think after this here commercial break from our sponsors, we're going to give our buddy Randy Conover a little jingle jangle.
Let's do it. Let's see what Randy has to offer for us.
Are you looking to elevate your bowfishing brand with stunning design solutions? Look no further than End Designs. Their team of talented designers is dedicated to bringing your vision to life. Whether it's t-shirts, hats, leather products, eye-catching logos, to captivating boat wraps, they have you covered. Plus, with their commitment to excellence and attention to detail, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose End Designs for extraordinary results. Visit their website today and let's bring your ideas to life. End Designs, where creativity meets excellence. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. A color tone adjustable and dimmable light with a unique patented reflector design that puts more light where you need it. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights offer 3 different models: the 65-watt single-color economy light, the 65-watt Efficiency V2 tricolor dimmable light for maximum efficiency and versatility, and the 130-watt Efficiency Maximus, designed to be an all-out beast of a bowfishing light. Efficiency, designed and built by bowfishermen for bowfishermen. Check them out at OutdoorInnovationsUSA.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We have a very special guest
right.
waiting for us on the phone here. I think a lot of guys are going to have, they're very interested in what he has to say. Randy Conover. Randy, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm doing real good today.
That's
good.
Awesome.
Good deal.
How is the weather down in your neck of the woods, Randy? You've been having a lot of rain like everybody else, or has it been pretty good down there?
No rain.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what we like to hear.
We're very dry down here and hot.
Okay.
It's so crazy how that can change. Like, we're so wet up here. Everything's muddy. It's been better lately.
Right.
Kentucky's getting pounded with rain, but then, nope, all good there.
All good in Iowa.
Yep.
How high is the corn in Iowa?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, good 6 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
my gosh. That's crazy.
I think it's just above our knees right now. In a lot of
depending
places.
on the field, yeah.
Yep. Yep. So, Randy, give our listeners a little background on yourself, where you're from, some of your hobbies, and how long you've been bow fishing.
Well, I'm born and raised here in Iowa. I've been here all my life. Always lived on either the Iowa River or Cedar River.
Okay.
Growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Been gigging fish in later 70s, started bow fishing early 80s.
Wow.
Watched the guys on Sunday, the fishing group, they had a bow and they're shooting fish. And that's pretty cool. I would try that.
Yeah.
So early 80s when I started, and
Wow.
I really didn't get going until about 2003 when one of my coworkers said, "Hey, you bow fish?" I said, "Yeah." Says, "We got an organization down here, both of Iowa." Says, "Would you like to join?" And I was just tickled pink about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Most of my hobbies are fishing and rock hunting and enjoying the outside.
heck yeah. That's awesome. You can't beat that.
No.
So let's dive in there a little bit, Randy. You said that you started bow fishing there. When you got started in bow fishing, what did that look like? What did the setup look like? Kind of what were you guys doing back when you first started?
They had an old spool that connected to the front of your bow, and we'd tie the string right to our arrows.
Yep.
And every time you'd shoot, you'd have to dodge the arrow coming back at you.
The good old days.
That's right. I actually remember shooting fish without an arrow tied to my line tied to an arrow.
You gotta go chase it
I
down.
had to go chase my arrow down.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Randy, I want to bring up a date and a location and see if you remember what I'm going to talk about. Okay.
Okay.
2010, Illinois River. Bring back any memories?
Yes.
I like the little pause. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the gentleman that we talked to says, "You ever seen jumping silvers before?" And nope, sure haven't. And we seen these boats with hog wire wrapped around them and everything else. It's like, what are these guys doing? And they hit a pot of silvers, and our mouths just dropped wide open. Like, what'd we get into?
Yeah.
That had to be crazy to witness that without knowing anything about it. They had to be just otherworldly to see that in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you remember in 2010 the directors tournament?
I remember that's how we got our name, Poor Boys.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember running into us on the river that night?
I don't remember running into you on the river, but I remember you guys sitting at the boat dock waiting for us to pull up in our 1950 boat.
Oh,
Yes,
I see.
yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring us back to that story, okay?
Okay.
So me, Timmy Boy, and my nephew Derrick went down to shoot in the directors tournament on the Illinois River. There was a daytime shoot and a nighttime shoot, okay? So we are going off the Illinois River. The water was high, and we're going up through this little canal to a flooded field.
Okay.
Okay, there's another lake back there, but it was flooded because it was so much more flooded because of the high waters.
Sure. Yep.
So we're back in there, and there's grassies back in there, and we're having a good old time.
Jackpot.
And I turn and look up that little canal that we came up, and I can see lights like rotating, like spinning. You remember this, Randy?
It's like a lighthouse.
Yep.
So I'm looking at it, I'm like, guys, that's a boat, but look at the lights on that thing. They're like rotating. They're spinning.
No.
So we go up in that canal, and here it's Randy and Billy Summers, and their boat motor wouldn't start. So they're in the current, and the boat's just spinning.
Oh,
so
no.
That's what you've seen the lights from. You remember that, Randy?
Yep.
Yes. So we sat by you guys for a little bit, and we talked a little bit and tried to figure out your motor stuff, and I think it finally started. You finally got her going, and you went your way, and we went our way. And then we're coming back to load up our boat to head back to Wayne's early in the morning. I think it was like really early. They had like a 5 a.m. Wayne or something
Holy
like that.
cow.
It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was close to cutting time.
Yes. So we're back up at the boat landing, and we load our boat, and I saw another vehicle there, and I was wondering, well, I wonder if that's the guys that we ran into on the river that were having motor problems.
Yep.
You know, I think we're getting close to Wayne here, but I think we better wait to make sure that they get back safe. So we're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and all of a sudden, like way down the river, you could see a little light coming.
Okay,
You know, yep. And here they came up, and we made sure that they made it back so they could get the boat loaded up, and we just want to make sure that they were safe.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's good.
That's a little story of how I first met you and Billy, Randy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. On the Illinois River at the Directors Tournament back in 2010. And then after that, we started talking a little bit there, and we eventually put you guys on the AMS Pro staff for a couple years. Yeah.
That's cool. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Poor Boys Bowfishing was. That's when the name got made, was the night that the motor wouldn't start.
Yep. Sure was. Those poor boys from Iowa.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Randy, you have this reputation amongst the bowfishing community as a trophy hunter. These big fish that you're chasing, one, what are they? And how long have you been chasing after these giants?
They're the biggest bighead carp around here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been chasing them for, since 2013.
Okay.
They drained a lagoon there in Ottumwa, and everybody was shooting 50 and 60 pounders. So I got in on that.
Wow.
And it's like, this is cool. I wonder if I can do 70 pounds. And a month later, I was doing 70 pounds. Well, how about the 90 pounds?
Oh, my gosh.
And there was a body of water that I'd go by every day at work. And I'd love to get in there. There has to be monsters in there. It's been flooded out so many times. And sure enough, the parts that I was selling to this one guy owned the property. He said, sure, why not? He gave me the key.
Oh.
We'd go down there and drive and sit on the bank and just look. I didn't see anything. And just so happened one day I drove by there and just walked on the banks and a gold one popped up.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's like I was in shock because it looked like a big goldfish. And it's like, no way.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden another one popped up right behind it, same color. And
What?
I took a shot at that one and brought her in, and it weighed 98 pounds.
Oh my gosh. What a little honey hole. That's crazy.
That's unreal.
2 of them back to back. People go their whole lives without seeing one.
Yeah.
Wow.
An albino or gold one, like you talk about.
Yep.
Good grief. Good grief.
It's funny that people say you got a little honey hole. Well, from one corner to another corner is 1 mile long.
Oh, okay.
And it's a half mile wide.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep. That's cool.
Wow. So,
But yeah,
so you kind of talked about your first encounters there. What were some of your techniques that you learned once you started hunting that lagoon and stuff like that, Randy? Because let's everybody know that you can't take boats in there, correct?
right.
Yep.
You can take a kayak in there, but no boats.
Okay, gotcha. So what did you do to help improve your fishing for these?
Well, it's no science, but shooting off the bank, you're level with the water. So I said, well, people put platforms on their boat. Why couldn't I use a ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody started giving me, you're shooting off a ladder? Really? What's the matter with you? And it's like, you need to get up above the grass. I mean, you need to get high.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it started working. Cover of the trees. I tuck myself up, basically deer hunting, what I was doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Up in your tree stand, your ladder stand.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, those fish, they do not like wind. They don't like shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're so picky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
So those fish have been in there getting big, getting fat and sassy, and you can't take any outboard motors in there, kayaks only. The ladder from the shoreline was working best for you, Randy. Is there a large number of fish in there?
Let's see here. It's been 6 years,
Okay.
maybe 8 years. JP came up one year and took his drone out, and I bet we spotted 60 of them.
Oh my
gosh. Wow.
Holy cow.
And they were all huge. But since then, I haven't shot one for the last 3 years. I thought they were, they said, they only live so long, then they die off.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured that's what had happened.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So let me ask you this, Randy. During that, you said you got permission from the landowner to go back in there to do that. While you were shooting these big fish, was there anyone else that had access to go in there and bowfish?
They were actually bow fishing it. They're just regular fishing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
And then a couple boys, I see you out there bow fishing. You get anything? And then, of course, they'd seen it on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
they had to try. But
Yep. Now, I remember you telling me a little bit, Randy, that sometimes you'll see that fish out there, and it'll take you half the year before you might get a chance to shoot at that fish. Is that correct?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
This white one, I was chasing a white one for 8 years.
Wow.
Oh, my. This is like a deer hunting story.
It is.
This is insane. This is something you'd watch on Outdoor Channel, some guy chasing a 9-year-old whitetail.
Wow. So is this the most recent one that you just shot here, Randy?
Yes, the white one.
Okay. We'll talk about that one here later on here.
Okay.
We'll get into that one there. But, for example, just let everybody know of some of the fish that you have taken from there, the weights of some of these fish. What are these fish weighing?
Oh, geez. the smallest one has weighed 85 pounds.
85.
That's wild.
The smallest one.
The smallest one, yes. Good Lord. Oh.
Wow.
The silvers in there have been averaged around 40 plus.
Yes, I forgot. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about the silvers because these things were absolute. What did that silver weigh that Billy shot that same year? I think you shot that gold one. Billy shot that big silver.
Yeah, we were at a different sand plant at that one.
Okay.
And both of us had shot it.
Okay.
And we brought it up, and he kind of looks at me, and he says, well, since you have all these records, can I have it? Sure,
valid argument.
but yeah, that one there weighed 63.
Oh,
what the heck is going on?
I think them sand pits are pumping steroids into the water or something. Holy cow.
And that one is actually down in Springfield at the Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I was just down at that store.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Do you still get a chance to see Billy at all? I haven't seen much of Billy here.
No, our jobs had taken us our separate ways.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
So, yeah, keep going through some of these sizes of these fish. We left off on the 85-pounder was the smallest, and then that 64-pound silver. What are some more of these weights that you're shooting here, Randy?
100, 105, 112, 118. The most recent one was 120.6.
That's crazy.
So are most of these coming out of the same that little body of water there, or do you have a couple different little ponds that you're bopping around to shoot these fish?
They're basically coming from, there's two next to each other.
Okay. That is insane.
The one that we got the big silver at was here at home, and the gentleman, after his dad passed away, he says, I don't want nobody in there no more.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right.
And I see the year I broke my hand that I shot the state record 112-pounder, I happened to stop down there, just had my cast on, looked down, and there were some in there 6 feet long.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine getting a chance to get back in there now? Whoa,
oh, yeah.
Whoa, you'd be licking your chops.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, Randy, do these little sand pits, do they flood every year, or did they stop flooding at some point?
The last time the one was flooded was 2013, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. So they've been what they are for over a decade now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You know, and that's crazy to think that there's still that much feed in there for them to feed on.
Right. There's enough of an ecosystem still in there.
Exactly. Well, like Randy said, it's a mile long.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and a half mile wide, so it's not a little dinky puddle. You know, but still, that's crazy that these fish are still getting that big in there.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So, Randy, one thing that you prefer to shoot by yourself, is that correct?
Yes.
And why is that? Why do you
Solo?
prefer? Yeah. Why do you prefer to be the solo assassin out on these fish?
Oh, I don't prefer it. I'd like to have company just because of these big ones like this. But it seems like every time I invite somebody, we never see anything.
Oh.
And it's usually a spur of a moment. Well, I think I'm going to take a long walk today. And that's when I see them.
Sure.
That makes a lot of sense because a lot of times when I go out bow fishing by myself, it's just awesome and it's a great day in the water.
That's just because you don't take me to your good spots when I'm along. That's all that is.
And then I'll take people back like the next day or the following weekend,
Yep.
and it's total crap.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
wow.
Yep.
And then you feel so much more pressure on you to have to try to get them on fish.
Yeah.
That's why I would be a terrible guide.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, I would. I'd be a terrible guide. I'd be sick to my stomach if they didn't see a lot of fish to shoot at night. I'd feel terrible.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So Randy, take us through a typical day. It's nice out in the morning. It's beautiful. There's no wind because these fish don't like wind. The sun is out. There's no clouds. Take us through a typical day. You go down. you grab your bow fishing gear, and you grab your ladder. So take us through, when you see these fish, are you always getting a shot at a fish every time you go down there? Or is it a long waiting game, just like you say, deer hunting from a ladder? Right. Is it the same thing? Is there a lot of hours spent just staring at the water and waiting for one shot at one of these fish? What's a typical time down there with you, Randy?
Oh, it's a long way. It's like 3/4 of a mile walk back to the back corner. And I always like that corner because it's always deep, and they love hanging around there.
Okay.
And usually if that don't pull out, I'll move to the next spot and just keep moving my way down until I start seeing some wakes.
Okay.
And when these girls leave wakes, it's like a foot wake.
Wow. You can ski behind that.
And then you trying to set up and just to keep watching the water. The day I saw that white one, I seen the mouths.
Wow.
And everybody sees them like sucking on top of the water.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when your blood gets pumping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I bet. I bet.
Yep. So your ladder situation, Randy, how tall of a ladder is it, and how far up do you typically go? And are you standing? Are you sitting? What does that setup look like?
It's a 6-foot aluminum ladder.
Okay.
I go all the way up to the top rail, and I just stand there.
Okay, gotcha.
Damn. You didn't by chance happen to break your wrist by falling off your ladder, did you?
There was a couple times I wish I had jumped off a little bit sooner before the fish hit the end of their line. But.
Oh, man. Yeah. So when you shoot a big one, you're climbing down that ladder to battle that. It'll pull the ladder right in the water.
Oh, yeah. I got a long bottle.
Yep.
With the white braided line that you sell.
Yep, 350.
Yep, I got a full roll of that in there, and by the time I hit one and jump off that ladder, they've almost got me spooled out.
Wow,
so that's 70 yards.
Yeah, right.
That's
long
70
bottle.
yards.
Yep. In seconds.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Wow. Yeah, you couldn't shoot them with 50 yards.
Wow.
Or 30 yards. I mean, you have to have that long line on there.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. So you're up on your ladder, Randy. Do you think how close will those fish get to you? Do they get spooked by somebody sitting up on a ladder, or will they get spooked by a movement? Do you have to sit really still?
Oh yeah, they're just like a deer. You gotta sit completely still. You gotta be up in the tree line. The closest I've had one come up to me was probably 6 feet.
Okay. All right.
But usually they're about 10 to 30 yards away.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. That's a poke.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are these fish coming in little groups or pods, or are they kind of solo?
It depends on the day.
Okay.
If you're down there early in the morning, they're up like porpoises. They'll up and down.
Really? Huh.
That's interesting.
Later in the afternoon, you'll get a group of them that go around like a merry-go-round, mouthing.
Yep.
That's what these ones were doing there 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right. So they're kind of going in a little circle?
Yep.
Really?
Wow. Kind of be cool just to witness some of this stuff.
That's kind of how I saw your boat that night on the river that time. I saw those
merry-go-round. Oh, Randy go round.
It was a Randy go round.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's cool. Well, through all your adventures, your big fish that you've shot here, Randy, do you have a crazy memory that sticks out when you think back to bow fishing, a crazy experience? What comes to mind?
Oh, well, I guess one of them would be I was sitting at the airport, had my ladders in the back of the truck, and I was waiting for JP to land in his jet. And this other couple was standing next to me waiting for somebody. And they look over and they're pulling ladders out of this jet. And they kind of look at them all confused, and they look at me and said, "Oh, you guys must be contractors." "What do you mean by that?" I said, "Well, they're pulling ladders out of the bottom of that jet over there." I said, "No, we're going fishing."
They're probably like, what? What?
Their facial expression was priceless. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
really?
That's funny. That is good. That's good.
So did you guys get a fish when JP was there?
No, we never got an opportunity,
Really?
but we seen plenty of them though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just couldn't hit them.
Wow. Wow. And then I also believe that somebody came down by you from Wisconsin, Bill Hoyt. Does that ring a name?
Yeah.
Ring a
Yep.
memory? Yep.
He was down here last weekend.
Oh, no
Oh,
kidding.
wow. Well, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, we know Bill up here.
Yeah. Did you guys have any success with Bill?
I hit one, and it got tied around my anchor and broke loose. And then later on that night, him and his boy got a 50 or 60 pounder.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Are you still shooting that E-Rad bow?
Oh, you know it.
Wow.
The old E-Rad packing a punch to today.
That thing did pack a punch.
Yep.
That is cool. That bow is still going.
Yes.
Holy cow.
I've only had to replace the string one time on it.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool. Yep.
That is cool.
That's very cool to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I got one other question for you, Randy. Are you shooting these fish at night at all?
No,
No.
all
Okay.
daytime.
Okay, gotcha. I was just curious if you were flashing with a light to see them at night or not. Have you ever tried it at all?
We tried it the other night when Bill was down with the green light,
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
and he says the green light never affected him.
Wow, interesting.
So he says we got to do some more investigating on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, a couple weeks ago, you shot a big one. Is that correct? Or when did you shoot this last one?
2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Take us through that day. What was everything like? So, take us through from the weather to getting down there to getting your gear, getting to your spot, to when you saw this fish and shot it. Take us through that whole day right there, Randy.
Oh, it was later in the morning, around 11 o'clock, and I loaded up my cart, all my gear, started heading across the open field, got back in my first little corner, sat up there for like a half hour, and it was getting hot, really hot, and nothing was moving. And it's like, well, I'll go down the tree line here to the far end, try down there. By the time I got down to the far end, it was like 95 degrees.
Oh, gosh.
Very little wind, and it was brutal. And I came around the corner where the dam was at, and I seen the ripples of the mouths.
Yeah.
And it's the water's 9 feet below normal. And I walked along the bank and made sure, and there was 8 black ones and 2 white ones.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
And the white ones I thought were upside down, and they were spawning.
Oh.
And they were showing. So I said, well, that's cool. So every time I'd set up my ladder in the weeds, they'd go down and come up to the right of me. And I did that 3 times. And it's like, this is nonsense. So I walked a little bit farther down, got all set up, no movement, and here they come. Round in circles they came. And I don't know which white one was, but when it came up, its back was literally out of the water. And it's like, I either take it now or never. And it was at 25 yardish.
Wow. That's a poke.
And of course, when I shot, I knew I hit something because the line just instantly exploded. So I jumped down and I was sitting there trying to hold it. I got to get the GoPro on. I got to get the camera on. I want people to see this. They ain't going to believe it. And it was a good 25-minute fight.
Oh, my gosh.
And it finally came up. And it's like, it was just glowing. It just looked like a ghost out there. It's like, I got the white one. But I didn't realize how big it was until I got it up close to the bank. And it's like, it's enormous.
Yes. Now, before you got it to the bank, Randy, didn't you remember, I think I saw some footage where you like actually slipped and fell down and stuff like that and dropped your phone and all that stuff.
Yes. Was trying to hang on to everything and hang on. I got bow strap on my bow. Of course, it ain't going to go nowhere, but try and hang on to that string so it ain't breaking my bottle off or anything else. And try and have the phone in the other hand is like, yeah. That's the hardest part about shooting fish by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to play some of that. So to all you listeners, I'm going to be posting a bunch of these pictures on the YouTube podcast.
Yep.
And some of these giant bigheads that you're shooting. I'm going to be posting some of that. And I'm also going to play some of the video that you have of this one here because I remember when you finally had a long gaff and you're able to reach that bighead and slide them up onto the bank. That's when you realized the size of this one. And I remember you going, oh my, you're just like in awe at the size of this fish. And the video is all cool and stuff while you're dragging that fish up, but I can't imagine seeing that in person.
It's wild.
When you get to see the true girth of that.
Right.
The true size, the size of the head on that fish. I mean, what a cool experience, Randy. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I like showing the picture of me taking the camera down the whole fish. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool fish. And then I flip over where the fish is right next to me in the ladder. And they just like, you serious? That's that big?
That's crazy. And Randy, what did that fish weigh?
120.6.
Oh, and it's white.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I dropped it out of the tree 4 times. It kept straightening out my hook on my scale.
Oh my gosh, that's
that's cool.
I was exhausted, and I wanted to take him home, but I was 3/4 of a mile away from the truck, and I had him on my cart. The tires are flat.
Oh my gosh, it's 95 degrees out.
Yeah, no water.
No water.
Oh boy! Wow.
It's funny because you're putting these bigheads on a deer cart on the back of your vehicle to take them home. I've seen the pictures where on your deer cart that'd be hilarious. In your receiver on the back of your vehicle.
Yep.
He's putting these giant bigheads in there.
Going down the road and there's a 120-pound bighead carp strapped to that cart.
Yeah, one of the guys asked me the other day, says, "Well, how do you know that the fish that you're shooting is over 100 pounds?" I said, "That's easy." And he kind of looks at me and says, "How do you do that?" I said, "You take a gallon bucket, and the diameter around the gallon bucket will fit inside a 100-pound fish."
Oh my goodness. That is a wild thing
That's
to
crazy.
have a comparison to. That's crazy.
Holy cow.
Oh.
That's crazy. Now, you said something before that kind of made me think once. When you thought that big white one was upside down, and you thought maybe they were spawning in there, do you think they actually are doing a natural spawn in there?
Well, I timed it down in between June and first part of July is the only time you see them.
Oh.
And that's when they're gathering together.
Wow. That's interesting.
But there's no moving water in there, so they say DNR says they don't spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, they're so full of eggs that they have to be doing something.
They're doing something.
Right.
Because I do know that when bigheads and Asians spawn, their eggs are not sticking to vegetation like carp and buffs.
They're buoyant. They go down the current.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how they get fertilized, and then they just go down current, and they hatch in 3 to 4 days. So maybe they're releasing the eggs and stuff like that there, but have you seen any small ones in there, Randy?
Oh, the smallest ones I've seen in there are maybe 3 foot.
I thought he was going to say 3 pounds.
Me too. No,
that's 3 foot.
Yeah. Okay. So no, you haven't seen any small ones in there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is cool.
Interesting. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's awesome. That is a very unique situation that you have down there, and props to you for finding it and sticking it out in the heat. I mean, that's
figuring them out.
Yeah.
The best techniques to target on these fish and get on top of these fish.
Yep.
That's cool stuff.
That is neat. That is very cool.
We might have to make a run. It's still July.
I was just going to say, what are we
might have
doing
to
in
make
here?
a run down and visit Randy.
Yes. Yes. We could bring us some E-Rad bow parts, and we can have a good old time.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I love that bow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I remember,
I shot it for years, I remember.
yeah, some of the pictures that you had that E-Rad in there, and I'm like, man, he's still shooting that E-Rad bow.
Trusty old E-Rad.
Wow. That is cool. That is cool. Yep. Well, Randy, you have any other stories or anything you'd like to share with us?
Well, this year I've shot a 5-foot long-nosed gar, and that white bighead was 5 foot.
Wow.
So I'm doing a pretty good job this year.
Absolutely. Absolutely you are.
Randy, when's the last time you shot a small fish?
5 days ago.
Oh, okay. All right. There's some normalcy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some grass carp floating around. They're about 15, 20 pounds.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. A little bit more relatable now.
15, 20 pounds is a small one.
Yeah. I saw a grass carp is 45 pounds. Figured I'd shoot it.
15, 20.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff. Well, Randy, thank you for joining us here on the Bowfishing Buzz podcast. We love to hear these type of stories. And not only are you on these big fish, but like you were saying, the only time you see these are certain times of the year, certain areas.
Yes.
So you're learning as these years go on, because it's not like you're going to go out there and shooting one every time you go out there also,
Right.
So thank you, Randy, for coming on here and joining us on the Bowfishing Buzz podcast. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to tell some of these stories of how you're getting these fish, and a big congratulations to you on shooting that many fish over 100 pounds.
Absolutely. That's insane.
That's really cool.
What an
Congratulations
accomplishment.
on that, Randy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you guys having me on. I had a blast.
Good deal. Well, you have a great rest of your day here, Randy, and have a great weekend. And I look forward to more of your videos from the bank, slipping and sliding and pulling in 100-pound fish. That's good stuff, Randy. We love it.
Good. Thank you.
We love it. We love it. So best of luck, Randy, and you have a great day.
Thanks, Randy.
You too, guys. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bro. What? I was not expecting that, to be honest with you. I knew he shot big fish, but the aspect of how big those fish are.
Yeah. That's cool.
When he starts rattling off all of them over 100, I'm like, 5-gallon bucket. Oh, if you could fit a 5-gallon bucket down the fish's throat, then it's 100 pounds. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And a person that doesn't really see these fish a lot, when you see them feeding like what Randy says, and they're doing their circles and they're feeding, you don't realize the size of what you're looking at.
Right.
It's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
That is huge under the water.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
When you're seeing it and you're witnessing it.
What blows my mind is the percentage, just based off of what he was saying, the percentage of them that are albino or gold or white in color. That seems like there's a crazy amount of them in that area that he's shooting. They're everywhere in there.
I'm going to guess that area that he's shooting is clear water.
Okay.
I think clear water has an effect on
Really?
colorization on fish.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
We were shooting a lake in western Minnesota that was absolutely crystal clear, and we were shooting buffs, and a lot of those buffs had black dots on them, black spots on them, gold spots on them, different colorizations on them, and he was saying it was because of the clear water.
Really?
They get
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
They get that. So I don't know. I remember driving out with them to go shoot fish, and it was during the daytime, and I'm looking over the side of the boat, and I'm like, dude, you better slow down.
Oh, because you can see everything in the bottom?
He was like, how deep do you think it is here? I says, I don't know. It looks like it's 2 feet deep, and there's rocks. He goes, it's 20 feet deep.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
That's wild. I remember there was that's actually interesting you bring that up. I remember watching an Uncut Angling episode. Now, this is Rod and Reel Fishing, Aaron Wiebe. I'm sure people might know him out there. He fished a lake, probably in Canada, but because of the limestone something or another, the water was insanely clear, and it had almost like a greenish, bright green tint to it.
Yep.
And the northerns he were catching were almost like glowing in the dark. They had a very strange color to them. So that totally could make sense as far as what would cause those, other than that albino gene being passed down, why they're so common out there. That just blows my mind. That's interesting.
I remember we were shooting on that clear lake. We were shooting in like 10 feet of water in reed grass.
Yep.
And you could literally look over the boat, look down at those fish swimming around those buffs. And it was like, I remember seeing their eyeballs like looking up at me. Like what's that? Oh, there's a boat up there. I remember you could actually see the eyeballs like looking up at you.
Instead of just scales on their back or a little patch of white.
It's like they're looking up at you.
Huh, interesting.
That eyeball in there. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of neat stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Randy joined us there. That was kind of some cool stuff there. And like I said, I met Randy and Billy years ago, 2010, at the Directors Tournament, and I waited for them to make sure that they made it back to the bowling safe, and they were all, you waited here for us? I want to make sure you guys got back here safe and stuff. And we kind of had a little relationship there, and then we talked during weigh-ins and stuff like that at the tournament, and we kind of kept in contact there. And then they became board members for the Bowfishing Association down there, and they did a lot of stuff at the youth events down there. They got the youth events going. We put them on pro staff there, and then as time goes on, I know Billy had a son that was really big into wrestling there. So as time moves on, you kind of fade away from bowfishing versus when you were all by yourself and didn't have a lot of people around you, or the kids were smaller. So things just kind of fell apart there. But I always enjoyed following Randy on Facebook and watching his videos of these giant bigheads, and his little videos there are pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool that you've kept in touch with him.
Yep, that's cool stuff. Schmitty, it's time for.
Ooh.
Let's get ready to rumble! Get ready for Fish That You Wish.
All right, what we got?
This fish comes to us from the 10th largest state by land, but the least populated state in the U.S. The entire state has one telephone code to its low population. The name of the state comes from the Delaware Indian language, which means on the Great Plain. I'm talking the cowboy state of Wyoming.
Wyoming. Okay.
This fish was shot July 13th, 2019 by Derrick, Kent. With a length of 34.5 inches and a girth of 22.5 inches, this common carp yanked the scales at 23.10 pounds, making it the BAA Wyoming state record.
Very cool.
Now, why did I bring that up, Schmitty?
You brought that up because I don't know.
Because this weekend is the Wyoming.
Oh, I should have connected those
state
dots.
Shoot.
Yes, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yep.
So this carp right here was shot on July 13th.
Oh, God. Today's the 10th?
Yes.
The
Wyoming State Tournament is this weekend, which will be July 12th.
Interesting. Maybe a little record-breaking
so come on, Wyoming shooters.
Yep, we got to bump that up a little bit.
You got a little target right there now. 23.10 pounds for a common carp. You got the Wyoming State Tournament coming up this weekend.
Yep.
That fish was shot on the same weekend back in 2019. There you go.
Absolutely.
Something
Good deal.
to chase.
And that is a fish you wish you shot. 23 pounds out of Wyoming. Interesting. That's cool. Low population of people, high population of fish, hopefully.
Well, Smitty, that's going to wrap up episode 105 here at the Bowfishing Buzz, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Megamouth Bowfishing as well. Thank you again to our fantastic sponsors, End Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery, and Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA.
That's right, and thank you to Randy Conover for joining us here. We had a great time listening to some of your stories, your strategies, techniques on those giant bigheads.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So get out there. Go to a tournament this weekend.
Go make a memory, people.
My gosh, you got the 24-hour Ironman down at below Barkley Dam.
Yep.
Oh, boy. You could have some fun shooting some silvers and Asians down there and bigheads and buffs and grassies.
All kinds of variety available for you.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
I'll be interested to see what comes in for weigh-ins for that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
2 weeks we've got the BA World, Decatur, Alabama. This weekend we've got the WBA tournament on the Mississippi River, pools 9 through 11 or 8 through 11. I can't remember what the heck it was. Get out there, shoot a tournament, have fun. If you're not going to shoot a tournament, get out in the water because it's still only July. Schmitty.
Absolutely. Lots of bullfishing left to be done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Have a good old time with your friends. Sticking fish. Oh, ain't nothing better, Schmitty.
Yeah, agreed.
Ain't nothing better. So from all of us here at AMS Bowfishing and Megamouth Bowfishing, we wish you the best of luck. And remember, aim low.
Think big. Thanks for listening, guys.